Hi there, Robin here, and in this video we're going to be talking about the Mackie ProFX6v3. We're going to be covering all the features and benefits like the 6-channel input, the high Z functions on channel 1 and 2, the incredible audio interface that's built into this unit, not to mention the actual new GigFX special effects built into this unit as well. We're going to be talking about all the features and benefits in this video. And here we are. This is the Mackie ProFX6v3. It incorporates an audio interface. It has 24 effects built right into the unit. It has some special features like high Z all incorporated. If you were buying this as a small mixer and were wondering if it's a good quality small mixer, the answer is yes. If you're wondering, I want to buy this as an audio interface, is it a good audio interface? It is a great audio interface. With this, you're running a system, regardless of if you know what the numbers mean or not. We're talking 24 bits and 192 kilohertz. This is a standard rating for full-on audio interfaces, standalone pieces, just buying that one piece alone. For a little bit more, you're going to get all of it. Actually, it's probably about the same price, to be honest with you. But with this, you get a bunch of added features to that. One, you're not just limited to the 2 channels in, 2 channel out option that most audio interfaces give you at this level. This actually has 4 channels coming into the mixer. It has the ability for blend. I have the ability to either listen to the mixer or I can blend off to the USB, which is, well, my computer, to be honest. So here is one of a pair of channels. So there are 2 channels coming in called USB 1 and 2, and they come to the blend function. Now, a good audio interface would definitely have that. What you get on top of that is you get another 2 channels located right here. You get USB 3 and 4, which allows you to have a backtrack if you want, brought right into the unit. Or if you're playing with somebody online, you can add that into your mix and then still have the ability to control what's going on with your channel 1 and 2. So you can have your recording studio playing here, you can have something on YouTube playing off here, or vice versa, depending on how you need it to be set up. But that is a great function to have on a unit. Another big advantage to this machine is some of the effects that they build into it. They give you 24, so you can do all of this on the fly. You don't have to go back and do it in your software. So if you want to play with something live, you have 24 different effects all laid out for you. You select and then you just hit enter. It's that simple to actually get this thing to work. If you want to mute the effects quickly, you just hit the mute button, which is located right below. The effects are also turned on and off independently by each actual channel. So channel 1 has an effects button on and off, channel 2 effects button on and off. They don't give you any effects options for channel 3 and 4, 5 and 6. One odd thing that is a little off on this particular unit is the placement of the knob. They do have a knob located right here, which is channel 3 and 4. I would have thought that this knob would have been here and this 3.5 input for channel 5 and 6 would have been in its place. So this way knobs would have lined up with the actual inputs. So what do you get for actual inputs? The first 2 are your actual mic inline inputs. So you get a 1/4 inch or an XLR combo jack. And you can also plug your guitar into it because it does have a high Z option. So we can kick up the low Z on the 1/4 inch, which is going right in the middle, and we can just make that a high Z. So again, you don't need to know what low Z and high Z really means. You just need to really know that high Z is for your guitar. So you want to plug guitar into 1 or 2, you just engage that function and you're all set. That's very important there. You do get gain controls, and the gain controls are what are going to directly operate the audio interface going out of the unit. Because you can do that, you also have the ability down at the bottom to dedicate channel 1 as being left and channel 2 as being right, just by pressing that button there. Your next 2 inputs are channel 3 and 4, which are designated as left and right. And if you only need one, you would take the left channel as a mono channel. Channel 5 and 6 is a 3.5 jack. So if you're going to plug straight off of your phone or your tablet or anything that you just want to go 3.5 to 3.5 or RC to 3.5, you would do that right here. On the top is where we're going to find all our output options. So the first one's headphone, which is controlled right here. Then you have balanced and unbalanced connectivity for your XLR and your 1/4 inch main outs. They also give you right off to the side a phantom power button. So if you're running anything that you need voltage on, your condenser microphones or maybe a ribbon style microphone, that would be right here. Then below that, you get your actual dynamic meters. So it goes from -24 all the way to unity, the +14, with red being an OL and overload. There's a real handy button right here, and that is once you have everything set up, you don't want to be messing with your knobs all the time. You just want to hit mute. This is a break. It mutes everything on the actual unit. Everything gets muted just by pressing this one button. So that's a quick on and off without physically turning the unit on and off. It's great if you're wearing headphones and you need to quickly unplug or plug something in, or you just need to, well, take a break from the actual unit and you just want to put the whole thing on hold. So the power button's located right on the top side. Flick that switch up, the unit comes on. It does operate off an AC adapter, which is really nice. It makes it easy and portable. It even has a screw down connection just to make sure it's nice, tight, and secure. So let's take a moment. What we're going to do now is we're going to move my actual microphone from my audio interface into this actual mixer, and we are going to do a sound check on this mixer right here. So here we are, we're all plugged in. I've got an XLR cable plugged in right here. I even have my headphone jacks, which will move the wire out of the way a bit there for you. And that's all set to go. So what is happening here right now? I do have a condenser microphone plugged in. It is from Pyle. It's a reasonably priced condenser microphone that I do like using here in the showroom. It's a PD MIC70. It allows me to have a nice condenser microphone, but not overly priced. I don't want to have something that's so expensive that you can't tell the difference. Was it the microphone? Was it the audio interface or the mixer? So in this case, it's definitely the audio interface built into this unit here. We have the USB cable hooked out of the back, and now we're actually using it. So here, some of the settings that we have: no high Z turned on, because of course microphone, not a guitar. Then we have the actual low cut. This is a very noisy building I'm in. It's got an air conditioning ductwork going through it, heating and all that kind of stuff. If I turn this off, we'll end up with a little bit more bottom end roll sound to it. I'll be quiet for a second and then I'll turn it on. It just cuts that out a little bit. It's a 100 hertz cutoff. It's practical to have, so if you have it and you're only using it for talk for any reason, you just turn that on. Don't worry about it. The gain controls are set to about 50-60% right now, and of course with that setting there, it allows me to stay a good 6 to 8 inches away from the actual condenser microphone. Highs and lows are set at unity. The highs are set at 12 kilohertz and the lows are set at 80 hertz. If I was to take the highs and take them right out, that's what -15 on the highs is. Then we're back to unity, and then we can increase it by +15. So there's our variance on the highs, and then we do the same thing on the lows. Lows now at -15. Now we're at unity, and now we're at +15. So again, if your voice isn't operating at 80 hertz, I mean, you're not going to see a big difference. If I take this off, by the way, you'll notice more, much more predominant sound, because remember, this is cut at 100 hertz. This is adjusting at 80 hertz, so it's actually adjusting below the actual unit where it has a low cutoff. So again, if I hit this, it pretty much takes out any big major adjustments I'm doing down here. Next button here is going to be the effects. I do have them turned on, but you're not hearing any of the effects right now because I have them on mute on this side here. My level is adjusted to about 55%, and that's where the actual unit is controlled for the audio interface. The main output here is going to be in reference to the speakers on top. These levels are going to directly control the signal going to the computer. Remember, I haven't mentioned it yet, but it is compatible with both Mac and PC. It's important to note, because of the audio interface, Mackie does bundle software with it. So they do give you Pro Tools first and Waveform OEM. Professional software included in the bundle when you buy this unit. You don't have to buy it. It's not extra. It's included. Also take note that the drivers for this unit pretty much download themselves. If you have an older version of Windows and it's not Windows 10, and you do, you can go to Mackie's website. You can certainly just go to the actual mixer for the ProFX6v3. You'll see that they'll offer you high resolution pictures, manuals, and driver packages right from their website. Very convenient, very handy to have if you need it. So let's try the effects. Right now they're muted. Let's give that a shot here. I've got it set to number 5, nice warm hall setting, and we're going to just turn the mute off, and there we go. That's what it sounds like. Again, I can control the effects right from here. I do have it turned on. It's on or off, so I do that. It's off. It's no longer part of channel number 1. If I do that, it is now on channel number 1, and then I can increase or decrease how intense that effect is going to be on my voice. Right now, I only have it on literally at 3 o'clock, just a little bit. I can increase it or decrease it, whatever's important for you. I mean, effects are cream and sugar in a coffee. Either you like it or you don't like it. Either you want to have more, or you want to have less. Sometimes you just need a little bit of it. That's going to do fine. Sometimes the effect doesn't have to be very grand. Let's say number 2, for example. Number 2 is called a warm lounge. So there's your number 2. And again, how much effects do I want against the actual unit? So you can decide just to have a little bit of it, just to give you a little bit of effect there. That's up to you. You can play around with that as much as you want. So that pretty much covers everything on the actual ProFX6v3. There are a ton of features put into this tiny little box. It's very practical. It's all metal, of course. It's got nice plastic rails on the sides, slightly on an angle. Everything works really well. It's very reliable. They really wanted to make a product for the next 4 or 5 years, and I think they pretty much got it right here on this machine. You'll enjoy using it as a mixer or as an audio interface or both. That's the nice part about it. So there you go. If you're looking for high Zs, if you're looking for a really high quality audio interface, and you're looking for adjustments that you would normally find only in a mixer, you are going to find it in a ProFX6v3. Well, I hope this helped. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.